Yo, yo, yo. I have not streamed in a while. I think everything's working, but yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna continue the Stanley Parable. I'm not feeling super energetic, so I'll probably just mute for the first part. Also, I gotta eat, so I don't want to hear all that. Alright, let me boot up the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Wait, I think my camera's lagging. I think it's better now. Yeah.
And there it is, the last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here, and now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines. Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Where's all the balloons?
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines, those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines just one more time. Ah, here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley. And here was a second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways. Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember? No. The red and blue door room was the 4th place you found a Figanley, not the 3rd. Well, I guess perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. Memories like these are so precious and so cherished that they all just sort of blend together, don't they? You know what? If the red and blue door room feels like the 3rd place you found a collectible, then who am I to go making judgments? Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened. This was the 5th mini Stan, and this one was really something special. It was under the stairs. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy. Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else. And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here in the warehouse. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected.
How do they have so many possibilities for the order of all of them? Wait, I guess the middle ones, it was just like the first and last. The middle ones they didn't really address. But like you gotta like connect all the paths when you're walking through. It's pretty crazy.
It was a moment unlike any other, except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Hello, Zavi, did I pronounce it? Welcome. Whoa.
And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, Memory Zone. No, I'm not
What the
done.
heck?
I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the
What?
Memory Zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels. Okay, yes.
What? There's another
this
one here.
spot in the warehouse. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the Memory Zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
Wait 1 second. So, Zavi, you're joining from Owncast, right? It's so confusing. Yeah, okay. Thanks for stopping by. Excuse me.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Yep. Oh no.
Yes, I love that video.
This one didn't exist. You made it
Still
up.
don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this
Made
one.
it up.
Good room, though. A solid room.
What is shadow?
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these,
16 out of
it really
6.
would have neutered the intrinsic joy of
Maybe
collecting
18.
them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
What? Oh, they replaced this with the pink room, so you can't go here. I don't know. Whatever. Is this the last one? No. It's
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it, the very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Oh no. Is that a jump circle?
Look, it's the terrible
Dang it, I'm
new
out of
content
jumps.
that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the... Oh, yes! The two doors! Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
This is so weird.
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
The balloons are back. Wait, so what? This is a normal run now? I made a list of what I want to check. The game's ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ooh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. What a beautiful room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Oh, this is the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful.
Where's the, there. Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. It's a sequel to the Stanley Parable. And, yeah, it's, I don't even know how to describe it. I guess.
What am I supposed to do with that?
Just play it and see.
I guess it isn't my place to judge.
But we're about to play a different game within the game.
Based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly
We're about
candid,
to play Portal.
I think I've knocked it out of the park with
In
this
the
one.
game.
Let's take a look.
Oh.
Now, would you say that competitive
Maybe in a second.
leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Yep. What is this? What? What the heck? What? I just wanted to get to the games. Do I have to restart? This is weird. Sorry about that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply met... Finally, yes.
I'll take the bucket.
Yes, yes, yes. I love that bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did
forgot.
not question why or how this bucket was speaking
I
to
can't.
him. It should, but Stanley feared that any
I
path
can't
he
bring the
walked
bucket to the
might lead
games
to the
ending.
separation of himself and the bucket, his
I've been
dearest
there and
friend.
it says no buckets
So
allowed
he threw
past this
himself
point.
to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Dang it, this is taking so long.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I swear there's so much more in this game.
Look, Stanley,
Just the
I think
cargo
perhaps
lift.
we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been...
Dang it.
But in his eagerness to prove that
This is so bad.
he is in control of...
What am I doing? What the heck?
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti.
I already heard that one, but...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way
Alright,
to
I
the
will wait
meeting
for the
room,
cargo
and
to reach the
Stanley
top.
knew it
I
perfectly
will not jump
well.
off early.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please. Really?
There we go. I didn't...
I was in the middle of something. Do you have
so
zero
bad at
consideration
games.
for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha! Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better?
Maybe save
What did you
states?
want to see? Vehicles? Skill
I'll keep doing
trees?
this.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely
soft
nothing
locked.
so far. Tell you what,
whatever.
let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already
Oh,
feels
the
leaps
leaderboard's in
ahead of
here,
where
yeah.
we were before. Go ahead. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, well, now this is useful. You didn't like it, but you didn't totally hate it either. You enjoyed it, perhaps is the correct term. It didn't cause you excruciating pain. Big steps we've made here today, Stanley. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Alright, I'm not going through those other doors.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Wow.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Oh, I forgot about this
Perfect.
part.
Let me boot it up.
Yikes.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Oh no.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see.
Here we go, finally.
What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha!
So they did add new
Fascinating.
games.
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
That's the Minecraft door sound. Ooh.
Oh, no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing, that big open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any...
Where'd the thing go?
Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing. Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Is that how unpopular the game is? Wait, what did he say? Whatever.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Whoa, let's go. He can't jump, though. Oh, I'm going fast. Which team should I be on? I'll be on the blue team. Oh, it works. Single player Rocket League. Oh no!
What are you doing?
Oh, what did I do? Oh well. Whoa!
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
I didn't mean
How will
to.
you write a story without me?
This
You
was in
can't
the
do it.
last
You
game,
know that.
sorta.
Stanley, come back.
I think it doesn't really matter where you go here. You just fall off eventually. Wow, that's funny. You know, I've never played real Rocket League, but there's this one. Has a Rocket League mode. Where's the full screen of graphics? There we go. There it is. Single player. Soccer. 1 second. There we go. I can see the chat over here. There we go. Yeah. Is it? It's arrow keys. Ooh. I got a bowling ball in. Does that count or something? I think this game is too easy with AIs. I spoke too soon. Well, they're putting it to the side there. Oh, and they just got me. Alright. See, I'm not even doing anything, and my teammates are taking care of it. Alright, I gotta get back to the... Oh, that's true. Jumping's not possible. Jeez, I'm so bad at... Ugh. What the heck? There we go. No. I was like, oh, I'll just get 3 goals real quick. No. Alright. Okay, where are we? Whoa, what the heck? I think it all goes back to the same place. Okay. Oh, this is cool. Why is it also low res? Even this stuff that's not a screen. Anyways. I'm here. Can I get over here? Is that a mirror? Oh yeah, I remember that.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the
Oh, I
heavy
didn't see that
cost that comes with
comment.
it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me.
Actually,
Someone
some
who will
months
wrap everything up at the end
he's still talking.
to make sense out of the...
I'll just pause it. Actually, some months ago, I thought it was a nice weekend project to write a cheap Rocket League knockoff to learn Godot engine. Wait, did you succeed? That sounds cool. I tried to learn Godot. Do I still have the project? Do I still have Godot installed? No. And then ooh. Ooh, that's cool. Whoa, how'd you get the flips going? That's cool. I guess you had to make it land on its feet, even though that doesn't make sense physics-wise. You have to make it like magnetize. That's awesome. Why does it have the Caden Live symbol? Is that part of the video? Whatever. Awesome. Example projects. Do I have to import? I know where it is. This one. Is this gonna work? Yeah. Alright, how do I run it?
Play.
What? Where's the other one? Yeah, all this stuff. Where's all this? How do I start the game?
Play.
Oh, this is not the right one. Project. Quit to project list. Godot. I don't know. Give me 1 second. Project.godot. Because I made a different one. Oh, maybe it's under like update or something. Okay. There's something. it's this one. Yeah, what is this? No, I think this is the one I copied from someone. No, this is the one. No, this is the one I copied or something. I don't know. But I did not make this. Dang it. Yes, this is KDE on Manjaro. There we go. I liked GNOME or whatever, however you say it, and oh, okay, yeah, and but it kept crashing with it when I would stream. I would open OBS, it would crash GNOME, so I switched to KDE, but I made it look like GNOME. I had a GNOME extension to do this over here, but oh, awesome. Yeah, I probably would use Ubuntu, except I really like the AUR, just the ability to go and install a bunch of stuff. Like, all in a unified place, so you don't have to deal with flat packs and snaps and everything, which I guess I do have some flat packs for stuff that wasn't in there. But like, I'm trying to think of some examples of what's on here that's convenient. Oh, the browser I'm using. I can't type. This is Libre Wolf. It's on the AUR. There we go. And I guess most projects will distribute an Ubuntu installable anyway, so it's like, what's the point of that? Yeah, I mean, they're not reliable, so I always read through the install script real quick. I guess that's the downside. But most projects will distribute a Ubuntu package. Dang it, I really don't know where my project went. It's probably that other one. Like, I have a video of it, I think. Maybe I can find the video. Wow, I misspelled my first project as well. Jeez. Oh yeah, okay. Ooh, what's this? See, this is definitely the game then. Because it has this Blender stuff. Also in KDE I'm using Bismuth for the tiling stuff. Alright, why is Godot not opening? Oops. So this is the game. It's just broken. Scene. Is there no other scenes? Whatever.
Chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Hey, welcome, American Elm. So you're joining through Twitch, right? Yeah. Oh, and Mr. the Dank also was joining through Twitch. Okay. I need to have a little like icon next to each thing. 'Cause there's Twitch and there's YouTube and there's a few other ones, and then there's the main like site. Anyways, I'm playing the Stanley Parable. It's like this weird surreal game, if you've never heard of it. I wanted to, oh, that's right, look at my to-do list. And yeah, American Elm Zavi is on Owncast, and so you won't be able to like at them, but you can see it on the stream. Okay. Or no, they can see it in the Owncast chat, but you can't see their responses except on the stream. It's a little bit weird. Okay, so now I need to do the glitch. Okay. This is the one thing that I saw.
Stanley had never
of.
seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something?
Oops.
He
I gotta go back to the chat. This brightly
hoped
lit.
it was. He hoped very much that it
looks
was.
the same. Okay. Alright, let's get the bucket.
One man, one bucket, one chance to seize their destiny together.
Yep.
Stanley clutched the
improvised.
bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
What? Why did it not? Okay. It stopped auto-scrolling. Alright, I forgot how to stream. I apologize. Who knows? Maybe I'll be back multiple days in a row this time.
Still,
And then I
no
won't
one was
have
here.
to, relearn
Stanley
everything.
needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his Stanley,
We must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers.
if I coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
What was that noise? Is that a Steam thing? Alright. What?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an
Dang it.
indication
See how
of
you can
any
kind of
full
glitch
life.
back through?
Crushed by the weight
Just
of
wanna
this
see what
revelation,
happens.
Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the...
Oh, that's what that was. Wait, but I'm not... It's on my phone, at least. I'm not logged in on my desktop right now. There. There. But... How did I hear that noise? Anyways.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Let's try that again.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to
welcome
go to
to
the meeting
conversion.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Spaces, tabs.
When Stanley came to a set of two open
I am
doors, he
instinctively
entered the door on his
disobeying
left.
the narrator.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here. Coming to a
didn't even bring
staircase,
the bucket.
Stanley
What
walked
is-
upstairs to his boss's office.
What is wrong with me? It shouldn't matter, right? Okay.
Stepping into
No.
his manager's office,
Alright, we'll bring the bucket again. What?
his co-workers were gone,
Oh,
what did
yes.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
Dog
missed a
mode.
memo.
I've already seen that, but I always get confused whenever the rooms change.
Stanley went around to... It's bucket time.
It is.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his
Synergize
boss's office
core
was
value
where he'd find
expenditures.
answers.
Shift global market paradigm. Monetize free to play. Lawful evil.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Do not understand dog mode. Alright.
Stepping in,
Yes! Yes! Woo, let's go. Alright, now I can go backwards. See, how would you find that without spoilers? I can go down? No, I can't. How are y'all doing, by the way? I can't even close it. Oh, there we go. Have you played this game before, y'all? Whiteboard manager. Ooh. The new content sign is back. You curious what's going on? It's kind of hard coming in at the middle. It's just a game about choices, I guess, where you got to make choices. Are you going to do what the narrator says or not? That's the premise. And this is the second game, so they have like all these weird references to the first game, so it's a little bit hard to jump in the middle of. But yeah, it's like the ultimate like giant flow chart of a game with all these different things that are strange and interesting. Like right now I glitched that door and now I'm coming all the way back and there's this weird empty door here. And I forget what it comes to, but I just I don't even know if I know what it comes to. Because I think, yeah, I remember getting to this point. I saw someone's video, I got to this point, and then I was like, I'm not going to watch anymore. I want to play it for myself. One second. Alright. You are now leaving? Why did they make this ending for like a glitch thing you have to do? That's another thing they do in this game. Oh, okay. That's another thing they do in this game is they have a lot of like content they make just for like these obscure things that you might never find. Anyway, escape pod bay. Wasn't this in the first game though? I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily new actually. But the way I got to it was super weird, so I don't know what the deal is. What are we doing? Is this repeating? Oh no. It's just repeating. 757. Is it increasing? $7.58. What the heck? This is weird. How far do I have to go? $7.59. else over here? That's trippy. Looking down all that way. 760. It's a little different. Oh, okay. Why 760? Escape. It's just a room. I'm just in a room. The hallway, faintly. Faint outline. Oh, there we go. I had to turn my brightness all the way up for this kind of stuff. Whoa, it's taking over. What? What the heck, Stanley? You're being weird, Stanley. Come on, I can't do anything. There's only room on this escape pod for one of us. LSD Dream Emulator. Can you emulate the Dream Emulator? He just let a bucket escape. He could have gotten in there too. Jack, there's only room on the raft for one of us. Get in the cold water. Get out of here. No bucket now. And I'll do the same thing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
What
room.
the heck?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What the heck? I actually got the bucket. I'm glad I did not look at the spoilers for that one. That's crazy. I can't do any more bucket things now. Is that permanent? I mean, I could reset the game data. There's even like a thing, a setting for that somewhere. Yeah. But without doing that, I don't think I can get the bucket back. Alright. How come as soon as I go live, then everyone's texting me and this and that, and it's like...
When Stanley came
been
to a
like
set
an
of
hour
2
ago.
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah. I was instinctively go to the wrong one. Boss's office. Same glitch, no bucket.
Yet there was not a single
Maybe I
person
can escape
here
too. Maybe
either.
the escape pod's
Feeling a
gone.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Man, I think the bucket was a really good idea. They added that from the first game, or in the second game. And it was like, just makes everything have a different flavor to it, I guess. Like instead of you doing something, the bucket will do it or whatever.
Stepping in,
Yeah, there we go. Walk all the way back. Hold on, bucket. I'll join you in the next escape pod. Ooh. Looks different in here. I must say, like, I played through it, like, for a few hours, and then I played through another few hours, and I was like, okay, I've gotten 90% of what this game has. Turns out there's so much more. There's the whole figurine stuff. There's the whole, or like the post figurine stuff. There's the whole, games ending being 2 different new games. None of this thing. Alright, I can't even see. Oh! Okay. Okay, so 754. So I gotta do this 6 times? It's... I'm stupid. It's not repeating. It literally just said floor 760. I'm so dumb. Oh, it only says it on the first one. So I wasn't reading it. But they definitely did not... they definitely have this just repeat. Why would they, I don't know, maybe they could just copy paste it in the level editor. Just all the stuff in this game is so impractical. Like, if you were to try and build all this, it's like, what's the point of having 5 different floors just on the way? Entering the escape pod will initiate a relay that, once triggered, cannot be disabled or paused. Both the narrator and something over must be present. I can't really understand the rest. There's another escape pod. No bucket this time. Okay. That's it? It just went black. Is that it? Alright, that wasn't that exciting. So the only thing left on my notes here is try restarting the game a lot. That's another spoiler. But I didn't see what happens when you do that. Actually, I think I experienced that at the beginning of this. Alright, see you, American Elm. Yep, hopefully see you in your stream or mine, whatever. Let's see. Oh, where's him? Yeah. Alright, so, restart the game a lot. Just the actual game. Just quit. I'll just move this over here and this over here. Oop. Alright, thanks. Alright, is there any more sliders? What time is it? Just back to the original. Does anyone truly know? They're not even going to ask me to enter the time. There's no more information together. I don't know about that one. Neither of us know what time it is. I couldn't tell you. I would say 7:20. Where is it? It's 7:28. I was 8 minutes off. All right. Some settings are just unsettable. Clock doesn't do anything in the game. I know. This is the last thing. This is the last time I'll see you. What about multiplayer games? Alright, bye. Intro, man. One more setting. What? What is the setting? Epilogue? What the heck? I do want to check if the bucket's there, and then I'll look at the epilogue. Did I beat the game? I feel like I beat the game with the bucket being gone. Balloons are still there.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
Is
it
the
mean?
bucket gone?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
Bucket's back. Okay, that's weird. So maybe it just changes the next run. Alright, epilogue time. This is it, and I'm probably not going to play this anymore after this. Unless I hear some cool new ending or something. This is it. Epilogue. I'm a sucker for a good epilogue. Ooh. Whoa. I can control it. This is where we were earlier. I have a feeling I can't actually do anything. It'll just cut in a minute. Okay. How did I guess? Oh, that's what I did last time. Ooh! An office chair and a fire. Wild. Dang it, I can't walk into the fire. Whoa. So many office chairs. How did I survive this? Or did I just die? Why is my cursor on the screen on OBS but not in the real one? Okay. I'll fix the cursor after this. Or I can just do that. It is this. Don't show cursor. That. There we go. Oh no, I've been blinded by the sun. What the heck? The memory zone. Do I get to go in there? Please don't cut. I'm gonna go in both of these. What is this? Okay, I don't know. Oh, it's the escape pod. Ooh! Ooh, is that because I let the bucket out with the escape pod that I get to do that? Wow. I bet. I'm glad it didn't just cut. I want to explore this. It's like sunken under. Why is there a generator? It's running? What the They're like, the show must go on. Wow, this is dope. What kind of light is that? Whoa. What? I can't get... Oh, okay. Just need to crouch to get back. Okay. Oh, I can't go any further. That's it. Okay. Is this the fast forward? No. What is going on? Oh, it's that one dude who was in the... Wait, they were looking at the review of the game? But hold on, this was in the game before. Maybe it's just all fake. Maybe all those reviews were made up. Alright, I'm gonna read this. April... what? Okay, so this one's definitely made up. Or they could have contacted the person. I don't know. That would be interesting to know. Oh, this is stuff that's not... The bucket. Alright. Oh no, no more, more bad reviews. Maybe they're good. I don't think they plan to make it a franchise. Excuse me. They've got those sign up and ads. Real web.
Jim.
Still work. Anyone named Jim in the chat? Just had your mind blown.
Jim.
Why are there so many?
Jim.
Why are there so many Jim buttons? Do they say anything with Jim?
Stanley. Jim. Stanley.
Couldn't have had better timing. The heck? There's one button that says Stanley. Oh, so many of these dudes. I'm gonna get like 25 out of 6. What did I tell you? My math couldn't have been better. I swear, it looks like is this the infinite hole? It looks like I have seen this part played through, but I definitely have not. There we go. Okay, what? 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 The heck? Oh, oh. Oh. I didn't mean to sit down there. What? There will never be another. Yeah, well, if you play Dominion, the card game, they always say, oh, this is the last expansion. Then they make another one. Exactly. Let's keep making games. People hate it, who cares? I mean, isn't that the point? To make it good? Whatever. Oh, what? Did not expect that. Oh, okay, sure. Ooh. The Stanley Parable 3, Part 5, Laser. That makes no sense. Stanley versus 427. Really makes you think. Skeleton laser. A door to hole punch. That's the most realistic, like. But this is funnier. Where it's like, ooh, maybe like that. Sure. But that sounds boring. It's not actually that funny. We'll go with Stanley versus 427. That sounds like plausible as well. Yay. What if I say don't do it? I want to say do it, But, yeah. It'd probably just do nothing. What? Am I gonna get the achievement? Do I have to go back and find the achievement machine? Exactly. FIFA 3. What's a soccer player's name? I don't know. I'm thinking of baseball players. FIFA 3, Babe Ruth versus Laser. There you go. I can't think of any soccer players. Alright, whatever. I don't care anymore at the time. It's just doing the same stuff again? Okay, let's see. Whoa. What the heck? What the heck? It's so goofy. What if I do the epilogue? So nothing changed. I don't know if I trust that. I could just do the epilogue again. It's gonna be the same, so. I don't understand the car. It's like, how do they think of all this? Okay, it's all the same. Yeah, it's all the same. Alright, well, I guess I'll do one
All
last
of his co-workers were gone.
thing.
What could it
Is
mean?
that going to close behind me?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. It's bucket time. Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek.
Alright, one last
Could his
thing.
co-workers really all be gone?
There we go.
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear.
We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self.
Oh,
The
I already
bucket
did
began
this
to tell
ending, didn't
Stanley
I?
of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans,
Well, now you
and
get
the
to see
bucket's
it.
own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunity to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket?
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
Said the bucket.
not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
Forgot how dramatic this was.
Stupid! You are a bucket! This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like...
Foley,
My
quality on
God,
here.
Stanley, you did it.
Great.
You saved us from the bucket. Thank
being
God you
killed is
already
very
had all
specific.
12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power.
I'm speechless.
Where does it
You've
normally have the
demonstrated
blood?
such bravery
That
here
doesn't make any
today.
sense.
Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
There's the truth about the bucket. Alright. The next thing, I kept the title, is I want to try, oh, there's an update, whatever. I want to try this game to see if it works. Oh, welcome Crescent Cardinal. Well, while that's updated, I'll go back to this. You just missed, I just finished playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. It's been a while. It's good to see you. I didn't get emotes to work in this thing. Oh well. I mean, okay, but the thing with this is like, I like finished the game, but there's always more stuff. Like I don't even know what I haven't done. Beat the game? I have not actually beat the game. Okay. Yeah, so it's like this game has so many secret endings and everything. So why don't we do this? Yeah, it was several months ago. Was it last year? No, it was got to be this year that I saw one of your streams. But yeah, I mean, my streams have been pretty sparse as well. Hoping to get back into it. But yeah, if you can help me find secret endings. So I'll let you decide where we go, and hopefully you can come up with something I haven't thought of before. Because I feel like I've explored the whole game, but this says otherwise. It's like, what is settings world champion? I don't really understand that. Speed run. I don't know how to speed run it. Super go outside. Don't play the Stanley Parable 10 years. Well, that one is going to take a long time to complete the achievement. Anyways. Oh, and this update is taking forever anyways. Why is it paused? Oh, it's not paused. Why is it so slow? Well, I guess we're gonna continue this. Yeah, I don't know how to. Okay, what's the quickest way I can think to beat the game or to die or have an ending or something? And I'll try that. Yeah, let me try that real quick. Alright, I started up the game. Here we go. Oh, we get to choose every time. Oh, it's different. Every time. So, okay, I got to the end of the game, and now it's, each time I play, it's going to be +1 on the like they're going to create a new game each time. You really missed a lot. The end is never the ice cream. It's either me or the 427. Grilled ice cream. I like the end is never the ice cream. It's so weird. It's just like, there it is. Now, I'm not going to try for the speed run. There's probably some boring thing with that. It's just like, oh, if you go in this door, it's like, this is the best way to do it or whatever.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Have you seen anything with the Stanley Parable before? 'Cause if not, I'll just play the intro so you can see what it's all about. Whoop.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building
Alright.
where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what
one of my favorite
employee
games.
427 did every day,
Not the pushing the
every
buttons,
month
but...
of every year.
Wait, that would be a fun game to
although
make.
others
Make
might
whatever
have considered it
Stanley's
soul
doing on his
eating,
computer into a
Stanley
game.
relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Arguably, the narrator is more of a
And then one day, something very
character than
peculiar
Stanley.
happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
Title gets me.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Hi.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Sorry, I don't want to trigger anyone's motion sickness with this. I hate Mondays. Alright, well, let me turn up my brightness here. Yeah.
All
there
of
we
his
are in the
co-workers
office.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
What does that one say? I like work. I just hate my boss. What does that one say? Mile? Whatever. I'm not gonna pick up the bucket. The bucket's something that you get later on in the game. Spoilers, by the way. So many spoilers. So if you're ever thinking of playing the game, I need the mug. I can't pick up the mug. It would be nice if you could. I can pick up the bucket, but I'm not going to. We'll save that for later. Why is this back? I've already been here. Maybe I should have just booted up the original game first real quick. Whatever, we're gonna ignore that. So this is like... Oh, I see. There was a mug in the game that was like... It literally said, only mugs, people who drink from mugs sitting next to a couch that faces opposite a frosted glass window will understand, or something like that.
When Stanley came to a
you
set
can
of
already
two
guess where
open
the mug was
doors,
sitting.
he entered the door on his left.
So this is the big deal with the game. The narrator will say something happens, and you can choose to do it or not. So he said we go left. What do you think we should do? Left or right? Oh, see you in a bit, Zabby. By the way, Crescent. Okay, so we're pretending to go along with it for now. Zabby is not appearing in Twitch because Zabby's a vampire. You know. No, I'm just kidding. Wouldn't that be funny though? Vampires chat messages can't be seen in chat, only on screen. It's actually because I'm streaming on multiple platforms. There you go.
Yet
First
there
joke
was not
of the
a
stream.
single person here either.
Oh, and
Feeling
there's
a
all
wave
sorts of stuff here.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Someone died in this room? R.I.P. Franz? Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda items. Write next day's agenda. Reflect. The future was yesterday. Tomorrow is now. What the heck? I've never read this whiteboard, I think. Who moved my desk? I've read this one. Synergize core value expenditures. Things, money, more money, things, but with money to buy more things? Circle the top 20 things. Buy quarterly post review. Yeah, anyway. So now the question is, do we go in here or not? Oh. Hire somebody to fire. It's like, we gotta fire somebody. We might as well. Oh man. Should we go in here? Or I'm gonna go in here.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Should we turn around and get back on track? Or should we stay in here? Okay, yeah, you should probably just play it yourself. I'm sorry I spoiled so much of it for you. I guess it wasn't that much. But yeah, I think that's better, because I've already played most of it, and I'm struggling to find those last obscure details. So maybe you'll find more than I did, and you can let me know. But yeah, or you could play it on your stream, and I can drop cryptic hints. Yeah, I'll drop cryptic hints if you ever play it. But I don't want to like spoil it. Yeah, the concept is pretty cool. It's from 2013, and then they updated it last year or something. I don't know. But anyway, I'll see you around. Typical Canadian, going to hockey games.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Whoa, I can get on the couch. That's cool. Yes.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened
Why does it
passageway.
get all dark? Oh, the window's being covered. Yeah, forgot about that. I already did the up and down thing. There might be some more stuff down here, I'm not sure. Let me check on this status here.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Let's see, so there's... I don't remember what's here.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall,
I do remember what's here.
Stanley would meet his violent
There's
death.
only one choice. You don't die, but I'm gonna go and do the true ending, or whatever.
But
Maybe
of
it'll
course,
give me the
Stanley
achievement.
thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Maybe I'll get the achievement for beating the game if I do the true ending.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Because I'm just trying to think of
the strength to find out.
I'm just trying to think of a good conclusion, you know, if I'm gonna stop playing. Yeah, I guess I could always come back to it. But I'll do the
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Sorry about that. Alright.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with...
Where's the, thing for that? There we go. It'll be worth it. Give me 1 second.
his
Look
bored
at that coming down
son
here.
that his emotions had been manipulated to
that-
accept it blindly?
Thingy makes me think of that. Anyways.
No. He refused to believe
Oh,
it. He
jeez.
couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it?
I can't do the
Was
math
it
on
even
that,
possible?
but I bet it's late.
Had he
Thanks
truly
for stopping
spent
by.
his
And
entire
I got your
life
message on
utterly
Matrix.
blind to the world?
And now you'll never know the
Here
true
was the
ending
proof,
if you leave
the
now.
heart of the operation. Controls
That's probably good, then you can
labeled
play
with
the game.
emotions. Happy or sad
Not that
or
the
content.
true ending is actually any
Walking,
more true than
eating,
the other ones.
Working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And
2
as the
a.m.
cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
They call it the true ending. But, you know, I don't know if that's just another joke or not. I call it the boring ending.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Man, my knuckles cracking like crazy.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
But the irony is that by following the narrator's commands, this is how you get here, to the place where you escape mind control. So, you know,
Yet,
what's the real mind
even
control?
as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley
We
reflected
live in a society,
on how
if you
many
think about it.
puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
Oh, I like that line. How many
How had he been freed
unsolved
from the
puzzles?
machine's grasp?
Who knows?
What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
Yeah.
But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
Well,
For
it does
was
matter
not
to me,
knowledge or
but
even
okay.
power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No
True.
longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
I'm being mind
The feeling
controlled.
of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Reminds me of the giving tree. Oh, okay. So that was the achievement. Beat the game. Alright, I beat the game. Time to never play it again. No, I'm just kidding. Until I find something, some new secret or whatever that someone gives me a tip on. Of course, we're back here. Oh, I've always wanted to try this. How do I get to OBS from here? Oh, I can't. Okay. If I line it up just right. Alright. Hear me out. Give me 1 second. I am about to blow your mind right now. About to be the craziest thing you've ever seen. I just gotta move this over here. Alright. New. Capture. And that'll be this one. That's the wrong one. That one. No. Why do I have so many different ones searching for the game I was doing? There we go. Is this it? How is it all off kilter? Whatever. There we go. What do you think about that one? What's a quote from The Matrix? Wake up, Stanley. I don't know. Follow the white rabbit, Stanley. There we go. What else can we put on here? Here we go. Stanley playing NetHack. Oops, I messed up. You can't even see it. Can I get any closer? No, not really. This is so bad. I can't get back. Alright, we go back to OBS. There we go. Oh, yes. You might have to zoom in a little bit for this one. We'll see. It's loading. We're hacking the mainframe. Is it broken? There was another way to get to it. Give me 1 second. I'll just find it online. Instead of trying to remember what it was. Telnet. Man, why is my browser so slow while I'm streaming? It's so weird. Oh, that's what I typed. I think it's down. But it's okay. I mean, I'll just copy the copy image link. New browser. I'm so slow at this. You can't even see it. Okay, yeah, it's about to look better. There's the, is that Alderaan or is that the Death Star? No, that's Alderaan or something. There we go. Star Destroyer hits the rebel ship. C-3PO. My bad. I was supposed to have it like this all the time. There we go. I can't even read what that says. There's no life forms. Where have you gone, R2? Alright, anyway, now it's looping. Alright, get rid of that. Get out of here. What else can we put on here? Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, check that out. Oh, I can't make it louder. There we go. That looks cool. Alright. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, staying in the room for a long time isn't ending, right? So what happens if you do that? I don't think the mic is picked up by the waveform thing. weird hearing the tick of a clock in game. In one ear. Alright, well, I don't think it's actually going to give us the staying here forever ending. Wait, I got another idea now. What if I remove this and I get a image Dang it, there's no transparent images. Alright, it's gonna be a little bit scuffed. I can't find the right mug. Oh, there's one. Copy image link. This is taking too long. No, no, cancel. There we go. Oh, I clicked away. Alright. That was most dog breeds. Didn't even notice that part. There, check that mug out. Totally not out of place at all. You can't find any at the right angle. They're all like straight on so you can read it. Oh, come on, no one needs to read it. Whatever. There, if I sit down here. Ah, yes, my mug. Okay. Okay. Goodbye, Stanley. The end is never the ice cream. Now I want ice cream. Oh well. Okay, this is finally working. I'm going to take a quick break, and then I will play Apex Legends to make sure, or to not make sure, to see if it even works on my computer. Because I've heard it has high requirements, and I'm on a laptop. It's not. It's a new laptop, so. Alright, I'll be right back. Oh, hello? Oh, I just noticed you came back just as I was leaving. It'll be like 1 minute. Alright. Sleep well. I don't know if you already left it or not, but yes. Thanks for stopping by. Jeez, this is like in the way of my keyboard. There we go. Alright, I don't even know how this game works. I saw someone play it one time. Oh. Well, too bad. You know, I would say, oh, I'll go back for you so you can read it, but that's just a gem you'll have to explore later on. There'll be plenty of BRB time cumulatively, but trying remembering where you are might be difficult. Alright, let's just play this, and we'll see. I've played Counter-Strike. That's the only FPS I've really played. Oh, I just realized my ping time is going to be bad because I have VPN on, so maybe I should turn that off, but then it would kill the stream, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'll just get the just try and understand what the game's all about. Because Counter-Strike, it's like point and click, shoot 'em up or whatever, or FPS. Because I guess the weirdest part is like all the different guns and how they're different, which is kind of annoying to learn it. Once you do it, provides some variety. But then Apex, it's like I've seen people running around doing weird stuff with like supplies and like items and inventory, and so you know it looks cool, but it's like I don't know if I have the time to learn all that. We'll see. But I didn't realize it was free. Once I realized it was free, I was like, I might as well try it. And then it's like, well, the real cost is my disk space. Why is it taking so long? Dang it. Alright, let me boot up. Oh, and I gotta change the category. But while I'm waiting, let me boot up Super Auto Pets. I don't know if you heard of this game either, but it's just a fun little, it's almost like a mobile game, but they have, oh, is it done? Did Steam, alright, well, now we've got 2 games going at once. Great. This is the music. Alright, cool. A watched pot never boils. Oh boy, we're lagging already. Closing this one. Okay. Okay. My fan is going crazy, but it has been this whole time. You know what? Let me put this laptop up on the stand so I can dissipate some heat. The stand is made of metal, so it'll help out. Alright, it's over here. Alright, it's not